Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Slapside, and today we're just gonna talk about how to deal with hackers in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Hackers obviously didn't come around until crossplay was enabled. Once crossplay was enabled, the rest was history. It's a blessing and a curse being on PC. I came from Xbox and PlayStation. I played those religiously growing up, and back then, man, you didn't have to worry about hackers. The only thing I had to worry about was someone that was pretty much, using claw, or if they had a scuff, or if they just had a headset, just being able to detect enemy footsteps, just able to sound horror. And if someone had like a 60 FPS monitor, if someone had a monitor on their console back then, it was a advantage. I think of high definition monitors as like magnifying glass, just being more precise with the pixels, just really compressing all those pixels and getting the best smooth fluid gameplay. That's pretty much what it is. My current build right now is a 5080. I'm running on 1080, 240 FPS. As you can see, if you look at my FPS on the top, I'm capping out 240 FPS. Like, it doesn't even drop really. It only drops when I pull up the scoreboard, because it takes away some of the pixels. Obviously, when you open up the scoreboard, that will drop your FPS. So I have this habit of always checking the scoreboard, because I'm just an SPM player. I like to really get a lot of score, so I'm all about like score. So I need to stop doing that. I think that's a bad habit, and stuff like that. But as far as like the hackers go, if you play frequently, you're gonna start picking up who's the hackers on the other team. You're gonna just start playing against players here and there. I know like probably like 10 to 12 different hackers already, just playing domination. Like, I just know their names. I feel like skill base definitely plays a role into playing hackers, because in my team we have a high score per minute, each of us. I feel like the score per minute is what they're really basing the skill base off of. I wouldn't really say it's the KD. I think it's just, it could be multiple things. I'm not too sure with it, but what I've noticed about playing hackers is that you got to just like really play for your streaks in the beginning, because hackers, they're just gonna buzzkill you. That's really what they're there for. And what's sad about it is these hackers, they get a joy out of just making your game miserable just by buzzkilling you, because they just got that ability to see you, through the walls. And I'm gonna tell you now, man, like, me playing this, 75% of my games, I'm always playing a hacker. So it's very rare for me to get into a lobby where they're not hacking. If I see that they're all console, I'm gonna say like, 5 out of 10, I'm dropping a nuke for sure. Like, this lobby right here, there's only like probably one PC player on the other team. So when I see that, I gotta really just keep my mindset locked in, because I know I'm not gonna, when I'm not getting hacked on, or when my team's not getting hacked on, we're gonna streak up like for sure, because they just don't know where you're at, man. And even if they're good players, I've just been playing so much, and I trust my teammates enough with their roles and everything we do, that we're able to just streak up like crazy. But a little bit of tips on how to play hackers is just, when the harp's up, pretend you're rushing at them, then just stop, and they will push you, and that's how you know they're hacking, when you kind of just like meet them mid map. Because the thing is, like, you can't sound horror from across the map with all that stuff in the air. It just doesn't make any sense. And if they're doing it like multiple times, there's just something suspicious going on. There is instances where you look at your kill cam and it looks like they're ahead of you, and that could be because of their connection. They could be on fiber optic connection, which is like single digit millisecond pings. They could be on like 4 or 3 ping, and they actually saw you first, but you thought you saw them first, right? So that's the thing. But I get the nuclear right here, and honestly, anytime you get a nuke under 100 points, that's a pretty fast nuke. That means that you could probably get a double nuke if you play it really smart, or you could get like a really nice 60 gun streak or whatever. So I'm really trying to get like a nice 50, 60 gun streak. Lately, just using the war machine, it's helped me a lot. Just getting my gun kills towards the nuke. This guy right here is on my friends list. Something I really dislike is just something that I just really get annoyed. If you're on my friends list and you stay in and you try your ass off against me, it's just like, I don't trust you no more, man. Like, I just lose respect for you, because I wouldn't do that to you. unless like, you know, we match up in the very beginning of the game and then we're just gonna like have a friendly competition or a friendly, like, you know, friendly whatever. But if you're staying in and you're just truly trying your heart out to like just like defeat me because, you know, like you don't know me and you're just trying to like get over me or whatever, I find it funny when fools do that. You know, I've always been against that, especially if like, you know, like you're just on my friends list or whatever. Those are people I don't trust. You know, they're just like, they got a lot of ego and I don't know what they're trying to prove. But this dude, you know, he was on my friends list. He came in really trying his ass off, right? He don't realize I got a nuke in my pocket. So for me, it's like, go ahead, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you do what you do. But when you get nuked, don't be leaving, you know? Like, it's really funny. You're going to stay in, like, sweat your ass off. But then when I call that nuke in, you're going to leave right away. So don't be corny like that, bro. Like, it's just something. It's just respect, you know? Like, the people I play with, man, I've been playing with them since dating back all the way to, like, the latest, like, Black Ops 1. Or the most oldest is probably, like, Black Ops 1, you know? Like, shout out to Niz and then like Scary, I met in Black Ops 2. Those are my day ones, man. And Ortiz, you know, I met Ortiz in Modern Warfare 2019, and I can just, you know, play with these people and I know exactly how they play to a point where like I can just trust what they're gonna do in that section of the map or whatever, and then I could just comfortably do what I've got to do, and I don't got to worry about anything, you know. Obviously when we play against sweats, it's just gonna come down to like the ping and just like how well our randoms are playing. Because sometimes the randoms, if they don't put enough hill pressure or just like OBJ pressure, it makes it a little harder because then now I'm doing OBJ and I'm slaying. It's kind of hard that way. So, but I think like what makes it tough is that you get randoms and they're not hopping on the flag, right? And then you're just like, you're playing OBJ and you can't streak up that way when you're playing OBJ. It's really hard to streak up when you're playing OBJ. That's something that, you know, I try to balance out. Like I try to play OBJ and still slay and get my streaks, but it's hard because when you're playing OBJ, you're pretty much like a basketball player that plays in the paint, like a center. You're always in the middle and you're gonna get a lot of like hits, you know what I mean? Like people are gonna like definitely bombard you, you know, with grenades, and you know, it's just the most like easiest place to see your enemy is in the middle of the map, you know, instead of just being in the, you know, flanks and all that. But I find it funny he left, you know, like it's just, I don't know, man. There's people who done that to me, you know, like I'll be on a nuke streak, they come in, they just try to buzz kill me, and then I'll just delete them because it just doesn't make any sense. It means you don't respect, you know, like the lobby. I mean, like, what are you trying to do? You know, like you're just gonna get nuked anyways. You know, I had the nuke in my pocket, so that's just something that really pisses me off, man. I know it's such a little thing, but you know, it's just a game. But the community is it's just kind of like a mutual respect. You know what I mean? But hope you guys enjoyed, man. Hope you guys are dealing with those hackers. I hope Black Ops 7 is gonna be good. I'll do more commentaries. I'm trying to do more, but I've just been busy. You guys have a great summer. Peace. Don't worry, Dad. I'm not one of those guys that are gonna, you know, blow you up and shit. I knew that was gonna be a good lobby, bro, because there's no hackers in that shit, dude. It was all like, you saw it was all console and shit.